Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rajj Royale podcast. I'm your host, Rajj. Shaya! Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Wonderful day. It's a beautiful day for another Rajj podcast. A very wholesome environment as always. Let's get your guests on the screen and introduce them one by one. Here we go. Rajj. 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 1 second. All right, let's take a look at your cast, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. They're coming up on the screen. There they are. In the flesh. We will be introducing them one by one. Take a look. Take it in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your cast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Rajj Royale podcast. Hopefully, everybody is doing fantastic. Wonderful to see you. Jenna's still doing her makeup. It's so nice to have you all. Jenna's used to this stream being completely late. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to introduce everybody one by one to the Rajj stream. Well, first things first, where the fuck is my co-host? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, co-host, Trainwrecks TV. Why aren't you on camera? Is there no room for you?
Yeah, we're gonna wait till the first person gets
No,
picked, right?
John can leave and then I'll let you in.
Oh, well, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm pretty much naked right now. I'm gonna get a sweater.
Dude, he's doing the thing. He's doing the thing that he does. He's jerking off with the boys right now. You know, the boys in the call.
No, I find it extremely inappropriate when there's girls in the call. So actually, that's not what I do. It has to be all men in the call.
Sorry, right.
It's
Wait,
some,
did you?
Yeah.
Were you? Is that what you were doing?
This is an example, by the way, of toxic masculinity. You would assume that it's okay for other guys in here that they'd be okay with you jerking it, but you don't like.
No,
it's like why would that be okay? Why would I be okay with you jerking off while I'm talking to you?
It's a respect thing. It's a respect thing. The fact that
So you
the
don't
left
respect
like
me,
you
Train?
can turn
it's the
can turn
same reason
respect
why
and
men share
chivalry.
change rooms.
The fact that the left like yourself can turn respect and chivalry into toxic masculinity is just disgusting. It is another example of why the left are brainwashing leftist cucks.
It's going to be a long stream, lads. I can tell you right now. It's all the chemicals.
So you're telling me the average guy would be chill, and maybe you guys had different dressing rooms than I did when I was in school. I've never gone into a dressing room before and seen a guy just fucking jerking it though, like on the bench, like just jerking off me, like I'm just doing it with the bros. You think that's like a normal thing?
Fucking hit it with the boys.
How is public with your dick out and your fucking cum shooting everywhere in the sky like a goddamn ball? How is that?
Look at Pokimane's face. He's like, what?
All right, okay, let's train. Everybody say hello to my co-host. He's back. His name is Trainwrecks, everybody. Twitter.com/TrainwrecksTV. Welcome aboard the show. Let's introduce our guests one by one. AndyMilonakis, welcome to the Rajj Show. Everybody say hello to him. Thank you. Thank you so much. Just celebrated his 23rd birthday. So happy. Happy birthday, Andy. Everybody feels birthday, man. Yeah, sorry. All right, everybody welcome Andy Feels birthday, man, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing to the Rajj stream, Izzy Bear. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for being here. Wonderful to have you.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for bringing me back.
No problem. Welcome. So happy to hear you and your opinions. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to the Rajj stream, Jenna! Kick Jenna! All right, Jenna, welcome to the Rajj stream. Thank you so much for getting dressed. She was sitting here naked for a brief period of time.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you. Everybody say hello to Jenna, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing
I was just trying to show Bad Bunny my tits.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. She has been a very bad bunny, that's for sure. Okay, welcoming to the Rajj stream, representing the 0161 from Manchester, England, Mr. Slicker.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shonkum, yo, West Side, and any other fucker that's gonna fuck with me in this stream, be prepared. That's what I'm saying. No Zerka today, but let me just say this. You get me?
No.
Let me just say that.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Slicker. Canute! Introducing. Welcome to the Raj stream.
Hey, Raj.
Hello.
I'm already sick of listening to all these fucking leftist American SJWs there for fucking half an hour. I was about to fucking leave listening to them crying over something dumbass bullshit.
He's already mad. He's already mad. Monkass is flying through the chat.
Canute smash.
And Gachi Bass is also. Lads, ladies and gentlemen, he's missing half his teeth, but he spent all the money on his dental care for a brand new Supra. Lads!
Listen, any wanker that puts free head in the chat, I'm gonna fucking ban you because I'm a mod in Raj's stream. So fuck you all.
Welcome to the Raj stream, Mr. Ali. Thank you. Welcome
Serious?
to the Raj
I'm
Royale
fucking
podcast.
serious. I'm a mod.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a radical leftist, communist, everything you love about the internet, Mr. Hassan Piker. Yes.
I'm here to protect all of my queens, okay? That's what I'm here to do.
Aww.
Welcome.
White Knight.
Thank you for so much for being here on the Raj Royale podcast. Welcoming to the Raj Royale podcast, Miss Beautiful Pokimane! Thank you so much for being here, Pokimane. Thank you so much. Welcome to the wholesome environment that is the Raj stream. That is very wholesome.
Very wholesome so far.
Yes.
Extremely wholesome.
It's very wholesome. Right. Everybody smile in the chat. Show how wholesome you are. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to the Raj stream, Mr. Destiny! Oh, Destiny, hello?
Hey, what's up? Sorry, my fire alarm has been going off a lot today, so if I mute, it's because it was just going off. Sorry.
Who's
But,
cooking? Who's cooking in there?
I don't know what's going on. Apparently, some kids were vaping in the elevator last time, and it set it off. But
Oh God, those damn kids!
I muted
Those
because of that.
damn kids! All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to the Raj Royale podcast. I think this is last but not least, Mrs. Bad Bunny! Woo! Ow! Yes, so excited to
Hi,
have
everybody.
you. Yes, so nice to have you, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Raj Royale podcast cast for February 2nd, 2017. 19!
First try.
Everybody say hello. Let's start the timer. All right.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 second. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the rules. If this is your first time on the Raj Royale podcast, let me iron out the rules, okay? This is how it works, all right? So this is how the Raj Royale podcast works. There will be multiple different rounds. At the end of every round, you will be given a choice to vote, and you will vote for who you want to keep on the podcast, right? Train, is that you knocking?
That was me.
Yes,
My bad.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
My beef, sorry.
No, it's you
Okay.
knock. Is it? Okay. All right.
Oh, I thought you meant like hitting the mic.
All right, there we go. There's
Oh, that is
Train.
Josie.
All right, so anyways, as I was saying, you would vote for who you want to
Shows my
keep.
username?
What?
Dude, that's my secret username for my appearance.
Are you serious?
Mute your appearance.
Mute your shit. Please mute.
Train, mute your
Fucking
appearance.
amateur hour, dude.
Oh, I muted it, dude. But that was my secret name for my appearance. Can I change that thing?
Yeah, you can. I mean, now it's leaked to the public, but that's all right. I mean, now we all know exactly what your secret appearance is. Thank you very much. What kind of fucking name is Jose and the Pussycats, anyway?
Hey, listen, I figured I can't do the actual Josie, so I did Jose and the Pussycats, you know.
All right, okay. All right, sounds like a good band. Like an old swing band. Anyway, so the rules go as follows. You vote for who you want to keep on the podcast. That person with the most amount of votes will choose between the lowest amount of voted people on the podcast. And then the person with the last person standing on the podcast wins the whole podcast and wins a brand new Wood Watch by George! Yes! Yes, yes, yes! That's amazing. Pog Champs in the chat, I'm sure everybody here could use another Wood Watch by Jordan in their arsenal. Okay, anyways, as I was saying. All right, so there was something that, there was a clip or something that, oh, wait. Oh, God. All right, anyway, let's go forward here. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Great.
Hungry.
Good. Amazing. Amazing. So we have tons of topics here today, and we're going to actually have some because Destiny complained that we didn't have any last time, right, Destiny?
I don't think I complained about that. Don't put this on me.
Well, you did. You did. Remember?
Okay.
But that's okay. That's all right. So we made some new topics. All right. Okay. So we've got tons of topics. I'm gonna probably shoot some off here, and then you guys can probably just choose which one you're most passionate about. That's just kind of what I like to do because it's kind of hard to determine. All right. So let's see here. Okay.
Good, strong start, Raj.
Yeah, I know. I should have had something ready to go. Why is one of the topics, should white people have allowed Hassan's mother to come here from Turkey?
Oh God!
What the fuck?
Who the fuck put that on the list?
That's definitely a Jesse Lee Peterson reference, probably.
No, I think it's from your debate where you were debating that guy and asked why his fucking like white inbred parents should be.
Yeah, was that Jesse Lee guy?
Yeah, that's Jesse Lee Peterson. Yeah.
The actual complete idiot. That guy is so stupid.
Dude,
hey, don't be intolerant of other people's opinions. Damn, okay? He's just a different perspective.
Classic leftist once again, dude.
We fucking go.
No, Bad Bunny. He called Destiny a beta. He was so right. I saw the whole thing.
That was a great interview.
I mean, Destiny's kind of a beta, so.
Thanks.
Yeah, he can't see it's wrong.
So
Destiny's alpha as fuck, okay? Not everyone has to have the same kind of physical aesthetics.
Do you need to put the sword up for Destiny as well?
I'm cringing right now. Holy shit.
All of my queens.
I love it. You calling Destiny a queen? That's fucked up.
What he said.
So
he has to call him a queen. He shares 80% of his viewership with him.
Oh, high-roading train wrecks here.
So I actually wanted to talk about the Free the Nipple campaign. Has anybody heard about the Free the Nipple campaign?
Yeah.
This is like 10 years old, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought that was old.
Well, it's new now because I'm talking about it. All right. It's brand new. Okay, we just heard about it. Okay. So I'd like to talk about the Free the Nipple campaign and how it pertains to Twitch or whatever you want to go with it. I mean, unless we bring up topics that are age old anyway.
Body painting.
Yeah. I got a question. Pokimane, what do you think about these girl streamers that do the painting of the body? What do you think? I'm curious. I want to know her take on it. I want to know her take. I just want to know your opinion on it.
I've honestly never really watched the content. And I've never done the content, so I don't feel like I have a very developed opinion upon it. How about you, Gross Score? How do you feel about these women on this site doing body painting?
No, how do you just feel about women in general?
Hey, listen, I've got a girlfriend. I can't comment. All right.
Yeah. Okay, what about something you can't comment on? How do you feel about dads changing diapers for their daughters?
So hold on, no. I just out of curiosity, is there any male influencers that body painted? Like, could a man like body paint his penis?
Yep. Oh yeah, there's one guy who did an elephant trunk on his dick, and he didn't get banned.
Oh really?
That's bullshit. He's lying.
Okay, so like I'm just
so happy.
Like just out of curiosity, like have men ever done that before? Like have men been able to do body painting? Should men be able to do body painting on Twitch and show their penises?
Now we're gonna see Greek do it for sure.
Do women show their genitals when they body paint?
I was waiting for Destiny or Hassan to jump in and attack that comparison of breast genitals, but it ended up being Bad Bunny and not Destiny or Hassan.
I love that. I love that. Like we don't have to even have a take, but reactionary train over here has to make a straw man approach for us. Anyway.
Oh, straw man approach. No, that's just called a factual approach of what you two believe in.
Oh, it's a factual approach. I mean, it would
100%.
It'd be factual if we actually did it.
Wait, so the factual approach is that breasts equal genitals? Is that the factual approach?
No, the factual approach is not that, because I actually agree with that.
Wait, then why did you call someone out for saying it?
I didn't. I said thank you for bringing it up.
I'm so lost. I'm sorry.
I'm so confused.
I'll stop talking.
That was what is it? That's a backtrack, Andy?
No, that's staying consistent. I'm asking.
What is that's
a good question.
What does high roading mean? I don't know what that fucking means. Me and Slicker don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Anytime you say that Train is wrong about something, he says you're high roading him. That's basically what it is.
No, there's actually a really good reason why he says high road. So some people use guilt, for example, to get out of something they've done. No. I completely agree with Train on this, actually.
Thank you.
Feel free,
What?
Train,
No, that's such a dumb take.
What? High road on Twitch.
High road take. No, you can.
for shit they do.
You can high road, I agree, but Train says high road every time somebody disagrees with him.
No, I don't.
It's
No,
like
no, no,
straw
no,
manning
no,
or ad homing you. It's like one of those fallbacks. So you just think it's going to shut down the conversation, but if you know better, it doesn't. What's high roading, Train?
What's high roading?
Yeah, what does it mean to high road?
It's when people milk the most obvious PC answer they can. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
What does that even mean? Wait, what is that? Okay, can you give me an example?
So, for example,
that description makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, I'll give an example.
I'll give you a great example.
Okay. Let me just talk real quick. I agree with Destiny. He overuses it, and anytime he feels like defensive, he'll call you high road. But milking the PC perspective, even if you don't agree with it, is trying to take the high road on something that you don't necessarily agree with. I feel like that's.
So what you just said, I agree that it's generally it implies a level of insincerity. Like you don't even agree with this, but you're doing it. That's high roading. I agree with that 100%.
Isn't high roading just another way of saying you're virtue signaling?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't know about this one. I've only heard.
Hassan, your education.
Yeah, I never heard of
for
this
stream.
What? Wait, who said that? What?
Let's continue the show.
Yeah,
so,
sorry.
Bad Bunny asked the question, can you compare genitals to breasts? Continue.
Huh? No, you're making a comparison of like, can men
I was
body
not making
paint?
any comparison. I don't know why you're coming at me. That they were.
Okay, whatever. Somebody's making a comparison of like a dick is equivalent to women's breasts. First of all, the women wear like pasties, right, over their nipples.
Yeah.
So we're not even showing like the actual. For some reason, the nipple is like such a sacred part of the boob.
But like,
isn't
wait,
really
but hold on.
anything.
So wait, you can't body paint your vagina?
I don't.
No.
I mean, I don't
you can.
Usually, okay, that's where
You
I was
can. You
trying,
just can't do it on camera.
that's where I was trying to chime in. Like most people who actually do body painting and take it to like the artistic form and want to do something, wear like skin tight underwear, no matter which gender they are, that gives it like a flat flesh look and paint over that. None of it actually has to do with usually showing off your genitalia.
Like the whole.
There are cases where people will
me
do
your
genitalia, and body painters like Andy made the joke about this, just not on Twitch. But the primary people who are doing it as an art form still cover the genitalia.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I guess the crux of the conversation is like, why are women's nipples such a taboo thing, whereas men's nipples aren't? Because we're already saying that if men body paint on Twitch, they're not wearing pasties, right? They're showing
they
their
are.
nipples.
I've seen a couple that they do wear pasties.
Oh,
Men? They don't have to.
I know they don't have to, but they
I think
do.
they do. No,
But
I
the
think
fact
you
that
do.
women have to. That's the thing. Women have to, men don't. So I guess that's a whole free the nipple thing, I'm assuming.
Are we
right?
100%
I don't know.
on this?
Well, no,
100% on
but
what?
even without body painting, guys are allowed to be shirtless walking around.
Mm-hmm.
If a girl was on the beach topless with her tits out, like she would get banned.
I've gotten banned for all sorts of things without even showing like nipples. I was like, if I wear something that's too short and it shows like too much like skin
Too
under.
much pussy. Oh, I mean, sorry.
Yeah, too much puss. Yeah, exactly. Twitch
Too much
is
ass
anti-puss, apparently.
Well, if a
No,
dude
like-
was wearing some shorts with his fucking balls hanging out, he's gonna get banned too.
Right, but like labia hanging out would also be a bannable thing. Like this is a genitalia versus.
I don't understand why we're talking about genitalia when
Neither do
the
I.
actual conversation should revolve around male nipples are acceptable somehow in certain circumstances, but female nipples are never accepted in any circumstance.
Hassan, did you know that
female streamers have gotten banned? Male streamers have gotten banned, to my knowledge, for even having another female behind.
Wait,
closed
so
doors or
you think
behind
that
the
you think that females should be able to have their breasts out openly on Twitch?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all.
Yeah, of course you don't have a problem with it. You needed a porn star as your last girlfriend.
That is the most non sequitur ad hom I've ever heard in my entire life.
The point here is, here's the difference.
Wait, Trey, you just ad him.
Women sexualize the breasts.
People.
Men do not. Women sexualize the breasts. Men do not. That's the difference.
No, it's usually men that sexualize women's
Train,
breasts.
why are you so
Wait.
angry about this, dude?
Did Trey just make a
come in.
I'm dropping facts. It's facts.
Wait,
it is
Train.
literally facts.
No,
it is
all your
facts.
facts consisting of like men do this and women do that? Are these all your facts?
In a
Listen,
perfect
listen,
world,
listen, listen.
women should be allowed to do that, right?
Hey,
But we're
Slicker's
talking
gonna
about
talk now.
Thank
from
you.
a business
talk now.
standpoint. No,
After
from a
Andy.
business
After
standpoint,
Andy.
it doesn't make sense.
After Andy. Go ahead. Finish,
From a
Andy.
business standpoint, it doesn't make sense to be like, well, women should too. Okay, later Twitch as a brand, later fucking sponsors, later everything. Like, you can't just change things like that in America and be like, well, women should too. Okay, say goodbye to fucking any money.
I'll chime in after
Andy, in Canada, there's a law where we can go out as women with our tops off in public.
Canada isn't real. It's not a real place.
Hey, okay,
you
so
don't see any women with their tops off on television.
You can do it in places in America too. Here in Maine, it's legal. That's
yeah, but
why
you can
I can't
do
string
it
my pride
anywhere
parades
in Canada.
because you can leave Maine at any time,
whip your titties out and
regardless
chill.
of your
But you don't
gender.
see it
Walk
on
outside.
TV, Izzy. There's a reason why it's not on TV.
No?
It's not when you go to nice presentations. It's not in business meetings. It's not allowed in stores. There's a reason why.
Okay. Yeah, but I guess men doesn't go shirtless into business meeting either. So
yeah, exactly.
We're not talking about no one's talking about it doing it.
Damn. You just fucking wrecked your point. Holy shit.
Oh, Canute, I fucking love you. I'm gonna give you a hug and smack your ass with consent.
Did you know that?
Right. No one should be going around with their fucking shirts off.
Yeah, we should be covering up.
Wait, why are we being so stupid about this? Hold on, no one is saying you should go to a
One second.
fucking
Destiny,
topless.
go ahead. Yeah, please.
No one is saying you should go to a fucking business meeting topless, but if you're out running or if you're
but
at the
it was
beach
rules,
or if you're
Destiny.
at the... What?
It was a rule. They couldn't go into business meeting. It was a fucking rule.
What are you going to try?
What does this have to do with the difference between how the male breast and the female breast is treated?
Basically, what Canute's trying to insinuate is you can't go topless into a meeting if you're female or male. It doesn't matter.
No one is
who you are.
arguing that women should be able to go into business meetings with their fucking boobs out. Has anybody
No one's
said
arguing
that?
that. I'm using that as an example for basis.
Wait.
For example, if you can't go into a business meeting with your fucking tits out, should you be on Twitch with your fucking tits out?
Right,
Twitch is not a business meeting. We couldn't have a
There's so many different rules and so many different rules surrounding a business meeting that would never apply to Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, one second.
We say
I can't say I'm
dumbass
gonna
shit all the
suck
time
my
on Twitch,
father's
and it
dick
actually.
in this
Yeah, but you
thing,
can't.
I can
Like,
say
you
it
can't
on
go into a
Twitch.
store
We'd never be able to do
either.
that.
You can't.
Right.
It's improper nudity.
Right, let me just clear this up.
Yes,
Pokimane,
proper.
Listen, Pokimane, can you stop talking? You're so annoying. You're talking way too much. Can you give someone else a chance?
Ali, would you leave her alone, please? For God's sake.
No!
Leave her alone, Ali. What is your obsession, three-head?
I will say this. Men's nipples do nothing in our lifetime. Women's nipples breastfeed. Fact. Did you know that? There is no purpose for a man's nipples. Yep.
Let me rephrase.
Hide them.
You are so smart, Roscoe. So smart.
Let me rephrase. Not all women sexualize the breasts, and not all men don't. Blah 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 blah. What I meant was, overall, in general, are women's breasts not seen as more of? Is it not a sexual? How can I say this without you fucking assholes
are
taking
more
it the worst way possible?
No, here's the problem. Oh my
Train, go
fucking god!
ahead.
Hold on. This is like the most autistic conversation I've ever heard in my entire life. Okay, this is the problem. There are parts of a person
And it
that
got
can
even
be
worse.
sexualized. There are parts of a person that can be sexualized and can be sexualized. For instance, like a woman's legs, for instance, is a good example of something that can be sexual or can't be sexual. But the difference is that if you want to wear shorts as a woman, you have the opportunity to do that. For a woman's breasts, there is no escape from that sexuality. If you want to go to the beach topless, or if you want to work out without a bra or topless, you don't even have the option to do that. You'd never have the option to remove that sexualization of your breast. That's the problem. That's what people complain about. Not going to a fucking business meeting with your fucking tits hanging out. I don't even know why the fuck we're talking about this. This is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't know who brought up a business meeting. Who cares a fuck about a
I
business
did
meeting?
because I'm trying
Okay,
to.
let's get back at it.
Destiny, to bring some facts in there. To bring some facts in there, in a lot of countries, women are allowed to do work. No, in Europe in general, a lot of women are allowed to go to gyms in just bras, sports bras, where men have to wear t-shirts, like long sleeve, not long sleeve, but short sleeved shirts. So
Wait, what?
Yes, there's a lot of countries where
That's
that
because
actually is the
Europe-
rules.
The fuck? What the fuck kind of? That is a weird ass rule, dude.
Yeah, but so it's not a problem here. Like, it's the opposite. As a woman, you can dress more sexual than men.
Wait, what is the point of this though?
But hold on, the whole point here that we're talking about is should you be able to dress without your top on Twitch? That's the whole topic here.
I think I made a
Well,
pretty
look,
good argument.
right
Does
now,
from a business
as it
standpoint,
stands,
makes no sense at all.
there are different circumstances in which male nipples or male presenting nipples or whatever the fucking socially correct way of saying that is, male nipples are allowed under certain circumstances. Okay, but if I were to take my shirt off right now, or if Canute was to take his shirt off right now, it most likely would not be allowed either. I think you can still get banned for that if you're shirtless.
Yes,
so
that's
why
true.
can't we apply the same exact concept to female nipples? That's simply what I'm saying. Like when I went to the porn awards thing, I was terrified. There were pasties everywhere, thank God. But I was worried that I would actually accidentally like show a nipple on camera or something, not realizing that there aren't any nipples at the porn awards. But I think that's like a ridiculous thing to ban someone for. Or I think it's a ridiculous thing to ban someone if their like nipples are showing through their t-shirts just because they're female. When Canute is out here looking like a goddamn snack, flexing his fucking muscles, wearing this skimpy ass tank top, and no one is saying anything about it.
And I thought
my penis.
I thought fucking like Twitch TOS was if you would if it's something you would wear out and like in public, if your outfit was something like that, then shouldn't it be allowed on TOS? I thought that's the way most people tried to interpret TOS, and they use that to ban female nipples. But there, like we've already said, there are areas where female nipples can go out in public, but then that's not allowed. And then furthermore, like where do we draw the line? Because like I've watched the Free the Nipple thing. The Free the Nipple thing isn't about like doing fucking business and all that. It's about normalizing it in a social setting to try and desexualize the breast.
But do you think you could actually desexualize a breast?
Well, that's where I'm going. Like,
why are breasts sexual? Why are breasts sexualized? Explain it.
We don't have them. We don't have them, love.
Developed with women that
Someone explain to me why breasts are sexualized.
Because you don't show it. That's why. Because you're not allowed. You're not allowed to show it. That's precisely why they're sexualized. It's the element of mystery.
But how do you?
Because
it's instinctual too, dude. There's something.
Sexualization begin?
Oh no, for sure. I know, but I'm saying that the destigmatization. I can't even fucking say that word. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say that. It's just if you were to see nipples more frequently, female nipples more frequently on TV, there wouldn't be the same kind of like mystery or stigma around it, and that's precisely the
tribes, like certain tribes that walk around naked, and there's zero attention. You almost like forget that they're naked. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's like such the fucking norm.
Same with nudist.
In Europe, this was also like Europe had already freed the nipple. I thought because like when I was younger, growing up in Turkey, RTL, which is a German television channel, would show female nipples, and I remember having fun with that when I was younger. But I was shocked at first when I realized that Germans don't have the same kind of stigma around nipple showing.
America, like media, is way more.
Yeah, dude, I was watching German TV, and like in the middle of a commercial, it was like, "Oh yeah, do you like mine titties? Oh yeah," and then like in the middle, it was just like a random commercial that came on TV.
It was a commercial for like turkey breast or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, some shit. But
Hassan, it's allowed to show nipples on TV. In Europe in general.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's less of a stigma, right?
But hold on, but hold on. So. Do you really think, Hassan, that by showing more boobs that it's going to be less sexual?
Yeah, I mean Andy already proved that to you by pointing out the correct example of specific cultures where women have their titties hanging out and no one actually thinks twice about it.
Even you as the viewer seeing it, even if it's like the first video, after you see the tribes kind of going on with their everyday life and the way they communicate with each other, it becomes so normal that the way it works in your brain, you don't see like, oh my God, their titties are out. Oh my God, their titties are out. It becomes more normal and you see them kind of just coexisting together.
But
as
also,
like a
we don't know how they got to that point. You know, if the next day Twitch was like, everybody show titties, and then everybody did show titties, I don't think that would be the response, you know?
Oh, no. It's a lot.
That'd be awesome. It should be way more.
This even happens.
Slicker.
This even happens.
Here we go. No.
Here
we go.
Slicker, go ahead. Say what you want to say.
Thank you. The girls, if it ended up like that, and girls were allowed to like show their tits, they are the fakes that show them, because then that's where the money drops in. Don't facepalm, Pokey, because listen, I'm the I am right here, and you see a lot from girls. That shit will get you an erection no matter what, and then that's when.
Are you trying to say that people would take advantage of being able to show their tits for money?
Yes, some girls
I mean,
would.
can they do that if they really wanted to?
Yeah.
Of course. What sort of question is that? Yes.
That part's a fact. It would definitely.
100%. It's too you can level the playing field. Canute gets to sexualize himself every day, and so do I in different ways.
So when a female
bulge cook.
Wait, Hassan, how do you get sexualized? How do you? I want to know. Dude, he refers to his
Somebody wrote a fan fiction where I went down and literally got fucked by Hassan. They did a
Raj means he commissioned it, literally.
And Hassan is able to read and play a fucking YouTube video about this on his fucking stream. Refers to his Instagram as a thirst trap, and there are about 10,000 horny fucking gay guys and another 50,000 horny women out there that are just constantly in and out blowing him up about how fucking hot he is.
So you're a sex icon, Hassan.
He's a sex icon.
You're a sex icon? Damn.
I don't think so, but
I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead, Pokimane.
Whatever helps me spread those bread pills, brother. That's.
All right.
He dated a porn star, remember? Of course.
Go ahead, Pokimane. Please go ahead.
Wait, what porn star?
My question is, does anyone actually know whether not wearing a bra and, let's say, wearing a regular t-shirt can result in a ban? Like, if you can see your nipples through the shirt?
It depends.
I actually asked that question. I actually emailed Twitch about that exact question. And
wait, let me guess. Did they not reply with anything specific or tell you if it was actually right or wrong?
Yeah, exactly. They said
every
that.
fucking time.
Thanks so much for your question. We can't really assess this question properly unless we see like the stream or something.
It's because it was an automated response.
I was out.
Exactly. I can pull it up, but it was useless. It was really frustrating.
So I guess it's kind of like if you can really tell, or if there's much stream focus on that, or if there isn't, and it's kind of whatever.
Right? But it seems so silly that like a bump underneath a shirt indicating that you have nipples, which we all have. Like that is actually so. Like I think
if it's like just there and you're not literally zooming in on it with your camera, you're probably fine. But again, if you're like cropped like this,
the thing is like
white t-shirt.
What I'm assuming Twitch's guidelines are.
What frustrates me about this like conversation is I feel like it's not really dictated by what you do. Like if I wasn't wearing a bra and I had like a shirt on, then I showed my nipples or pokey or whatever. It doesn't matter what kind of like stream I'm. Yeah. I wasn't even trying to do that.
You have pokey for your nipples? That's hot.
It like doesn't really matter ultimately what I'm doing, because people will sexualize me without me asking them to. People sexualize me when I'm just covered up and I have like a robe around me. They show up and they like.
But they sexualize Canute.
Please. But Badman, you can take me as an example, because I do a sport where you actually show off your body.
Yep.
And that's allowed. But I'm not standing there, oh, fucking look at me, I'm so sexy.
Yeah, you do? What do you mean? I've seen you do that. I've literally seen clips of you do that.
Yeah, people have asked him to flex. They ask him to flex. Yeah,
in front of Greek and Raj.
People ask him to flex this on. That's he gives him the request.
I'm just saying that like if a girl, what is the female equivalent of that if not like bodybuilding or whatever? If a girl was like,
ASMR.
The female equivalent, well,
fucking permaban, dude.
Well, like
I streamed.
equivalent is literally exactly that. A bodybuilder, that's a woman flexing.
Yeah, but Hassan, I streamed the Norwegian Championship in bikini fitness. There was no problem.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Ali.
Well, it's all about context. Well, it's all about context on Twitch, right? Because I was out in London and a woman behind me got a tit out and started breastfeeding a kid. I didn't see it. The fans saw it. It went on live stream fouls. Gross score is banned. So Twitch contacted me like, it's context. She's just breastfeeding in public. We won't ban you for that. So that was really nice of Twitch. So it's all context, man. It's all context, man. That's what I'm saying, slicker.
That's the huge point, though. Like gross. Like the whole free the nipple started because people like getting kicked out of fucking restaurants and stores, breastfeeding their fucking kids in public in America. That's where this whole thing came from, and it's all about fucking context and like why we over sexualize it when we fucking shouldn't. Like, is it still sexual when a mom's feeding her fucking baby?
No, because the baby's there.
Some people.
Well, I mean, yeah, some people are into that kind of shit.
Dude, there are some sick fucking videos on YouTube of women breastfeeding, and they get millions of views because there's weirdos that watch that shit, I think.
Yeah, and that should.
Gross. Why did you say that, dude? Now it seems like you watch it.
Yeah. No, there was a guy that debunked it. No, there was a guy that debunked it, bro. There was some weird shit on YouTube.
I have a question here. But is there a problem with the boobs being sexual?
That's what I was gonna say. Do you want to take all our fun away from us? What's
so the problem isn't that boobs are sexual. The problem is that a woman has no choice for whether or not other people are going to sexualize her boobs. So, for instance, if a woman wants to wear like a low-cut top or whatever and look sexy, that's cool. But if a woman just wants to go to the gym or go to the beach and have boobs showing, she doesn't have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, I know, but hold on.
Wait, stop. Oh my God. Why would you ever respond to something and say that's part of life? You can use that to literally justify any fucking horrible behavior.
Destiny, how many gyms can you go topless to?
Hold on, but Destiny.
Destiny,
I can't put my cock on a caviar plate. It's like it's a sexual.
This is why people compare genitals to breasts. It's because
man,
but you can't tell guys to like all of a sudden don't be turned on by this. That's why I'm saying it's part of life. That's something you can't change. There are a lot of things you can change, but you can't tell guys to stop being attracted to fucking female breasts.
Andy, no one's saying that people can't find things like a turn on. The problem is that when you find it to be a turn on, you get a boner and all of a sudden now it's someone else's problem. That's the problem. I don't care if you get a boner from watching me or anything else. It doesn't concern me. In fact, more pleasure in your life, whatever, great.
Prefer
I'm
it
all
though.
for it.
Can we?
Ultimately, if your boner is making it so I can't conduct my life the way that I want to, not because I'm trying to give you a boner or whatever, which is a whole other conversation, but because I just want to exist in the world comfortably, and this all of a sudden you're like, but I have this mad erection,
Is there a
so now you have to get
specific
banned.
situation
That's
related
really
to
problematic.
Twitch that you're referring to?
No,
Is there
just in
something that you
general.
wish you could do right now that you can't do because there are rules against it made by boners? No, I'm just kidding, but made by this idea.
Yeah.
Maybe Twitch that gets boners.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
banned.
genuinely curious.
Yeah, I mean, like I've been banned for. I remember I got these 2 bans for supposedly like sexualizing. Like it was something about me like over sexualizing or something. One of them was I live in Seattle where there's no air conditioning in almost every single apartment unless you're like a super, super rich person. You have like a doorman and all this shit. But most places don't have air conditioning. So we had this heat wave for like 3 months where every day it was like 95 degrees. It was miserable. I stream for a living and I have like no choice but to stream my apartment unless I just walk around the world, but it's hot outside. So, and so eventually what I did was I was like, I know I can't wear a bathing suit on stream, even if I put I have a green screen now. Even if I put a green screen of like a pool or something, I can't do that. So I'm gonna wear a bathing suit, and then I'm gonna like crop out my face as best I can. I'm gonna crop myself out, kind of like almost like this. What I'm doing right now, like I'm just gonna try to do a stream and be comfortable because I'm like passing out. I can't handle this. So I did that, and then I moved. I think I moved like the screen a little bit to show my top and then a little sliver of skin underneath. People spam reported that, and then I got a ban for like sexualization, which it's like, and then I got another one another time because I was trying to stay cool in again like the heat wave because I really just like suffer from like heat.
Is anyone tired of her speaking?
Slicker. But Bad Bunny, get to the point.
I understand. Yeah, go on.
Okay, so like all I'm trying to say is there are multiple incidents of me getting my job being on the line and me actually like losing pay, losing whatever.
But that's how a corporation looks at sexualizing. That's not like a guy being
Holy shit, Andy. I'm not saying that the corporation is not doing this. I'm not saying that.
I live in Vancouver. I'm right above you. So I know what you're talking about, the heat waves, etc. But I also know that an AC unit costs about 150 Canadian. And I just installed it in the room over. So,
wait, what?
I mean, you're now living out 3 months
what?
of your life in extreme heat when you can
can't
go in the
deny your
Best
personal
Buy
experience
and buy
when
a
talking about a personal experience by saying you have a you what?
That's the dumbest. That might be the
fucking wait.
wow.
What? I don't even understand how that works.
Why do you have to take off all your clothes when you can go buy a really cheap AC unit?
Well, in neither of these circumstances, have taken off
Bad
all
Bunny, just move, forehead.
I mean, I don't even understand what Bad Bunny's point was, but your point was somehow worse than that.
No, I don't understand what the problem is.
Well, there's actually for Bad Bunny, there's actually attire that is appropriate. That is what you're describing. You could wear what they classify as gym shorts, which are booty shorts, but they're classified under gym, so you're allowed to, and you wear a crop top, and it's bare minimum. Yeah, it's what a lot of streamers wear.
I mean, either way, in your example, you said that you had your head cropped typically. Therefore, you kind of recognize that wearing a bikini on stream isn't okay, and then you accidentally showed it, and you got banned for accidentally showing it. I don't see the relation between like what you wish you were allowed to do, because that was kind of more just an accident and people being annoying. But yeah,
right. What I wish I was allowed to do was I wish I could actually contextually wear something and show a sliver of skin like underneath, like on my stomach. No, I can't.
Yes, you can. If you go to a pool,
you can wear crop tops for sure.
If you go to a pool,
crop tops are okay.
Yeah, but look, but of course you can't do it in your room because you're in your room. Like, of course, look, if I were to, like, I couldn't green screen a male locker room and walk around in my tidy whities on stream either. Like, it's all about context, but they're not stupid either, right? So, like, you can do it.
It seems like you want to, though. Why don't you advocate for what
and
you
I
wanna
don't wear
do?
tidy whities. I don't. But
Raj wants
Here's
to,
the thing,
Raj wants to
okay.
do a dual stream where we're both in a bathtub having a conversation.
Content.
Yet
Yes,
he advocates
I'd love
against this. Now.
I'm for this.
wait, can you do that? Can you walk around in your tidy whities with a green screen?
No.
No? Wait, okay, Bad Bunny, what can't
Raj,
you
get
do? What can't you do that you can't? What can't you do?
Listen, if you wear a Speedo and you're not in the pool, you're going to get banned. If you're in the pool and you're wearing a Speedo, I mean, don't quote me for this. I'd ask just in case, but Speedo is pool attire. I think you're okay. You understand? That's the context. You can wear a bikini in the pool. You can wear a 1-piece or 2-piece in the pool. But you can't wear it at your desk. It's pretty simple shit.
Twitch is hypocritical. I've had tits on my stream like 3 times and I didn't get banned.
Well,
What's up, Bad Bunny?
It's all about
Yeah.
stuff like you.
No,
That's
but
why.
Train's right. You can go to a beach and wear a bikini. That's allowed.
It's okay.
I've seen a lot of female streamers do it.
Okay, so for me to have
okay, guys,
even
don't you think it's a
slightly as
little
much-
silly though that we can't like that like
believe
crop
this
tops are
conversation
allowed,
happening.
but bras aren't for some weird reason, or even if you show a bra like on the screen, it's somehow considered sexual. Like, don't you think that's a little
I don't
weird
think
that you can't
showing
do
a
it in a
bra is
2-piece?
considered sexual.
Instead of the whole like
Haven't
breaking
people
it
gotten
down
banned
into
for
one
this?
single.
Am I wrong?
sure if you went to that I got.
No,
I'm like,
Hassan.
hey,
no
bought
one.
this new bra, and then I tossed it. Who the hell would
Oh
do
no,
that?
that's a
no-
different thing. I think.
Listen, no, Hassan. Let me clarify for you. No girl's gotten banned for showing a bra, but XUC's gotten a warning for looking at one. That's the difference going on.
Yeah,
But
okay. Train. Don't try to turn this into like an incel
The
conversation.
SJW.
I'm not. I was telling you a fact.
Conversation about like
Why is a fact incel? That's a fact. Everyone in chat knows about that. It's a fact. Why are you making it into incel?
I think that's ridiculous as well. I think both of those instances are ridiculous. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, it's the inconsistency of Twitch TOS that we are having an argument around. And it's not like a male versus female conversation, okay? It's not like, I guess they just hate XQC because he's a man who looked at a bra versus
I
like,
just
women
told
that
you a fact.
show their bras all the time.
The fact you're
I think we need a new topic.
Hold on, I have an example.
say
No,
something?
I have an example. Savannah just got banned for nudity because she was wearing a shirt where you can kind of see her nipples.
What now? Just now?
What is that?
No.
What? I feel like it's so
A few
hard
days
for any
ago.
of us to judge that situation without seeing it. Do you have a link for
Well, I
research
mean,
and
I don't-
discussion purposes?
Good job, Pokey, asking the important questions.
I don't
That
really.
is true. That is.
I'm not really able to show it, but I mean, you know.
Can you send it to us though? Can you like?
Yeah, in the Discord or something.
Can you blow it
I've
up
been-
into, like a big
Can I ask a
poster
question?
and mail
Yeah,
it to
go
my
on,
house?
AJ.
Who?
Go on. I'm sorry, not AJ. Go on, Ali. Sorry, I was
Okay,
reading a name.
to your girls streamers, you don't have to answer this, but I'm curious. Do you get business emails of like fans like asking for like undies to buy undies, like secretive? You don't have to answer it. Just curious.
Dude, even I get fucking
Yeah.
emails
Yeah.
like that. Not emails, but like DMs.
And that's why I'm glad I have a
way
community.
worse.
Hey, no one's emailed me, boys. Fuck. Okay, whatever.
Can I just say,
Do you
before we
wonder
move
why
on, or
girls
if we
score?
plan on moving on, all things considered, I would love it if like not wearing a bra was more normalized than it currently is. Because
I just want to
fucking
chat into.
annoying.
I've been trying to throw in for like the last 10 minutes on like the whole overall thing, like looking at the whole overall fucking thing. Make the basic analogy, because you all say you can't desexualize fucking tits. Everyone here who has a dick, how much do you fucking sexualize a hand when you're getting a fucking hand job? Like you can use parts of your body for fucking sex in the bedroom that then aren't gonna make you get a huge goddamn boner when you see them on the street. You don't get fucking hard when you see somebody's
Let's
hands.
try.
Well,
Like it's
What?
some people have hand
If
fetish.
I see Destiny, her son, reach to this, literally no pun intended, reach to it. I am just. What?
No, I wouldn't reach to this. I don't agree with this at all.
No.
Don't
you
worry.
can sexualize multiple parts of the body for just fucking sex.
Yeah, like
Where's that
feet.
Oh
wrong?
my fucking
Where's that
god.
wrong? Feel free
Actually,
to
yeah, we
Oh
did
my
sexualize feet.
fucking god.
Feet are. You can get bad for showing feet.
somebody barefoot?
Wait, people keep
You
saying that,
can-
but I don't think that has literally ever happened in all of
No,
Twitch's
Savannah got banned
What?
for taking a sock off her foot.
Destiny,
Really?
you can't get banned for showing
Yeah.
feet, bruv.
If you sexualize your foot, if you show your foot, it's okay.
If you show your feet a sexual way, yes, you get banned for it.
Listen, if you show your foot, it's okay. If you show your feet and you sexualize, like, oh, look at my feet, I have such beautiful
Look at
feet.
these
Oh,
toes.
look at it. Like, look at these
Shut up,
sexy
shut up.
toes. If you do that, you will get banned, and it's obvious why. Like, it's like.
Wait,
so-
I want.
the same
I
for,
want.
like, any other body
Is there like a
part.
live stream fail thread on this? Has this actually happened? I'm really curious because I don't believe it. Actually, I really want. I'm curious if this actually happened.
If you
I'd say let's get
sexualize,
Savannah-
How about you get your feet out, Destiny? We'll find out if we get banned. How's that?
Why don't you do it, Gross?
All right.
no, don't do it. Keep your foot.
Ali, get
No,
your next
okay, but I
strike.
have a question for the girls here. Do you actually wish to have tits out on stream?
Just no
Is that
bra.
something?
So, do our bras uncomfortable? Yes or no? Because I don't know the answer.
Sometimes they are.
Sometimes, but also
But
it's like
you
sometimes
can-
you want to stream
Pokey,
6
Pokey.
hours, and by
Can
the
I
end
ask
of
you-
it, it sucks.
Pokey, can I ask
She
you a
also
question?
got. Hold on, Savannah. I just got intel. Savannah did get banned for showing her feet.
I want to. You know,
Destiny's wrong!
no, listen. I'm not saying it's wrong. I just really want to see the clip because I don't
Yeah,
believe it was
same,
actually streamed.
same.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
really
I just want to see the clip too, Raj. Can you link me the
No,
clip?
I want to see
please?
it because if she's like literally like showing her tits and then her foot like shows up on the
Who
screen,
wants to
I'm
see
like,
the
oh,
clip?
look, she got banned for
Now,
showing her
I
butt.
do
I'm
have
just
to
curious.
say,
I really want to know.
I
the
do have to say,
context was.
Savannah does have an uncanny way of taking a sock off sexually. I don't know how, but she does.
Or if she's got like a fucking bad dragon
Pokey,
dildo
you're
in
like
between
a
her fucking
sexual
toes, and she's
person.
like,
That's
oh
kind
yeah,
of
like,
ridiculous.
On top of that, you have to understand there's context. If someone said, "I'll donate you $20 if you show me your feet, please, babe," like that is specifically bannable. Do you
That's
understand?
bannable, yeah.
There's
yeah,
so many
because the way
contexts
you guys are phrasing it is, you guys are kind of making it sound like if a girl or somebody walks on stream with like in bare feet, they're gonna get like banned. That's
No,
what it's
they will
making
not
it
get banned
sound
for
like.
that.
Y'all
They
wanna
will
test
not.
it out.
Sexual about it. She clearly did.
No one.
Yo,
will
I
get
think
banned.
someone is telling me that someone
Sexual.
asked for her to show feet and she did it.
Oh.
So
That's bad.
contextually, what?
That's bad. That's bad.
That's
yeah.
bad.
So
If-
contextually, it seemed like it was a sexual favor being
Yes.
exchanged.
Yes.
And I feel like that's a clear violation of Twitch terms of service.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Yeah.
would this? I'm curious. Would the same apply then to like somebody's hands? If I donated to like Pokey and I was like, "Hey, can you like show me the back of your hand?" and she's like, "Oh, look," would she get like banned for that?
No, because
think so.
I think there's more people with foot fetishes than there are with hand fetishes. Fact.
But that's the whole fucking point.
Fact.
Though, is,
I
like,
think-
you sexualize certain things that then won't be fucking sexualized just in general. So if it all depends on fucking context, why don't all of these conversations depend on context?
No BM, but I feel like quite frequently on this podcast, sometimes you guys debate over things where like no one even knows what the fuck they're debating about. We haven't seen the clip. We don't know the context. We don't know what examples are given. What the
That's
hell
what
are
the
we
podcast is all about.
We're talking about
Okay.
this hypothetical, magical,
Hassan White Knight.
imaginary scenario. What?
All
But
right.
Pokey, that's
Damn,
what this
Pokey,
is
that's the
all
whole part of
about.
the podcast.
I feel like I just got fucking high roaded. I'm done with this shit.
Welcome to the Rajj Royale podcast.
Gatekeeping. I'm so sorry.
Train, I
yeah,
think we
yo,
lost
keeping
you,
it
Train.
high road.
I just
Yo,
want to float.
I got kicked out. I got
please.
kicked out. I got kicked out. Someone
Shit,
kicked
hold on one second. One second. One second.
sorry.
Let me fix something here.
I'm
One
knocking,
second.
I'm knocking,
Train,
I'm
it's those
knocking.
fucking leftists once again, dude.
All right.
There it is, bro. Someone gave Hassan's mods the power to
See
kick.
that?
All right. Okay, it's time to vote. Okay, guys, it's time to vote. All right, we are voting on who we would like to keep on the podcast, not kick. Where's the fucking
Raj
poll?
is a liberal, by the way.
You know,
Liptard Raj.
shut up. I'm not a liberal. All right, here we go. It's time to vote. Let's see. Where is the poll? The poll is in my DMs. Yes, it is. Thank you.
And so am I, Raj.
Oh, yes, you are. You dirty little bitch. Here we go.
Can I ask
Vote.
you a question?
All right,
Slicker?
1 second. You are voting for who you want to keep, but ask your question, Ali. Go ahead.
Slicker, man, what's going on? You're so quiet. Talk, bruv.
Stop
the
baiting him,
conversation,
bro.
listen.
He's
The
baiting you.
convers-
He's baiting you, Slicker. Don't worry. I got
Hey,
you. I got
Tribex,
you.
hush. Go on.
No, chill, Slicker. Trust me. I'm saving your TOS. Trust me, dude.
Oh God, the
Slicker
fuck.
doesn't
Bro,
want to
makes you, bro. Listen, TOS or not, I have to speak what's on my mind. You get me?
You speak
that's
what's
on your
on your
mind,
mind, Slicker.
What's on your mind,
Thank
Slick?
you.
Save it for the good stuff.
There's nothing. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing good at the moment. You get me?
I'll wrap this topic up, okay? It's very simple, okay?
We're voting, by the way, Train.
I-
That's why.
Wait, what'd you say?
We're voting. Anyway, go on.
Oh, great. Okay, great. I'll wrap this topic up, okay? In my opinion, it's as simple as this. I don't think anyone here minds If you want to free the nipple, free the nipple, okay? But the problem is, here's the problem. It's one way or the other, okay? It's not a win-win situation. It's not, okay, free the nipple, they're not sexualized. And then when you want them to be, when you gain the most, they are sexualized again. It is either not sexualized or sexualized, one way or the other. That's my opinion on it. And
I agree. That's actually the best take here. Fuck autonomy of people and fuck people allowing like how they want to be viewed or whatever. Absolutely, you should be a slave to like whatever someone around you is saying.
A slave to whatever. I mean, so you want to when it's convenient to not be sexualized, and when it's convenient to be sexualized, and
yes.
have the,
Oh my God, you just said it. Yeah. Imagine if we treated people as people.
Views.
That's not contradicting at all. What I'm saying is that you should have the right to decide how you want to present yourself, and you shouldn't have to hold your presentation captive to people that want to objectify you.
So
what you are talking about is literally objectification, like by definition.
No, I'm not. So you're saying one day. So you're saying one day. No. So you're saying one day I can go. So you're saying one day I can say, do not objectify my breasts. They are not sexual. That's my argument to showing them. And then as soon as I want to show them, actually, you know what? They are sexualized. Oh, look at my breast. Like those are contradicting views to get what you want.
One day, maybe you could be at a pool. You could be wearing a very sexy fucking bikini, and you want to be sexy, and you don't care if people think you're sexy, and that's cool. Maybe the next day, maybe you want to breastfeed your kid in an airport. In one circumstance, you don't want people to sexualize your breasts. In another, you're okay with it because of the way you
realize in order to get one of them, you're preaching the contradicting belief. You understand
when you
that,
go to
right?
the hospital, if the doctor touches your ass or your dick, do you expect him to be looking at them in a sexual manner, or do you think that there's a time and a place where we can sexualize things?
Whatever I believe, I expect the doctors do, and I'm like, listen, I apologize. This is awkward. I know this is weird. This is my dick. You know, you're touching it. I'm very sorry, but hey, touch my dick.
Hold on. Destiny, I want to ask you something. Because when I went to the doctor the other day, every doctor, because I'm so attractive, most doctors are uncomfortable to touch my penis. Like, they tell me to get in the robe, and they won't touch it. So why, if they're a medical doctor, they won't ask to look at it?
The correct answer is because it depends on the procedure you're doing. If you're actually going into like a urologist or something to actually examine your dick, then they're gonna touch it because they usually have to.
I know, but this is a 1-year physical, and because the doctor has known me for so many years, she used to touch my cock all the time. But now she doesn't because I'm a grown man now, and it's awkward and uncomfortable for her.
If the penis is trying to be respectful of your boundaries, because they're not trying to make you uncomfortable.
What do you mean? It's not like she's on her knees going on my cock.
Exactly. How is that an argument? This is her job.
This is her job.
Can we take the vote? I can't do this.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Did I just win an argument against Destiny? I can't believe it.
No, you didn't. Your argument was so bad I can't.
Oh my God, Destiny, you are
after this vote, we'll do it. Okay.
All right. Here we go. The vote is in. The winner of the round with, let's see, a percentage of the vote. 22% of the vote is Slicker.
Rigged, mate. Fucking rigged.
Motherfuckers love you.
It's the Zerka and 0161 Army collabing. Let me just say that.
All right.
It's a manipulation of votes.
Wow.
All right. So, I can't believe I beat Destiny in debate. That was one of my brightest moments.
Oh my God.
Congratulations, Brock.
All right. Destiny, I actually want to do a stream where I actually debate you. I really want to do that. Would you do that? Would you accept? Hello?
Yeah, we can chat about something if you want. I mean, it doesn't be like a hardcore, like formal debate.
No, I want to do a hardcore formal debate. I think I could win.
All right.
All right. Now, Slicker, you won the round. All right. And you are choosing between the two lowest amount of people, Izzy Bear and Bad Bunny. Slicker, please choose.
Easy. Okay, so let me say this. Listen to this. I'm not gonna choose no one, you get me? Shout out to the boy them, shout out to the man them, you get me? Let me say this. I said this before the stream started, you get me? Train, I love you, bro. But listen to this, okay? Izzy said this to me, that I am a homophobic, right?
What? Oh, last week.
Listen to this, that's called slanderism. Correct me if I'm wrong. Laugh all you want. Laugh all you want. Don't say what, because you were the victim at that point, making me look bad. And I've investigated. Apparently,
just quit fucking showboating and just kidding.
So
I didn't say you're homophobic. The things you say are completely homophobic.
No. You called me and you said I'm a homophobic. I mean, not homophobic. You said I was a transphobic. Okay. So if I said, let me give you an example. I'm not saying you are, but if I said you were a rapist, that's me banned permanent. You get me? So get the fuck out of here.
All right. All right, Izzy is eliminated on the Rajj Royale podcast. But before you go, Izzy, I do want to pause the clock real quick. And can you elaborate on what you were like trying to say? Calling by calling
Getting me in trouble. You got me in trouble. And listen,
I'll elaborate all day. I tried to do it in the private call before live. Raj, you were already doing.
I was taking a shit, but okay.
And I think Slicker walked away too. I tried to say I've seen some of his clips afterward. I heard he's been talking about it and focusing on it. Slicker, I at no point rallied to have you fucking deplatformed, and at no point I would. If those are your ideals,
okay.
You can fucking hold them.
You've said it multiple times.
At no point have I ever called to have you fucking deplatformed.
You did.
You
and then you got all these little fucking bitches like Hassan and Destiny defending your ass. Defending your ass.
It wasn't just Hassan and Destiny. It was 90% of the
making me look like the
podcast last week.
I got in trouble. Nearly got in trouble. You get me?
You didn't actually get in trouble. People
are
just saying if you got banned, they wouldn't feel bad. And that's not on me. You're the one who said those things, Slicker.
Yeah.
At no point did I call for anyone to fucking ban you, and at no point would I. Good luck with your fucking
Hold on. And by the way, but Izzy, Slicker did tell me that he doesn't believe gay is being a choice anymore. He did cave on that.
Good.
Yeah.
The reason why, let me tell you, okay? Because I still
disagreed. I'm not trying to fucking deplatform him either, and he understood it and we left on fucking polite terms. Like, you're the only one who's still holding this. Like, I'm fucking championing against you. I'm not. I don't give a fuck if you hold those ideas.
I'm holding it because
they're wrong.
I'm holding it because there's reasons, okay? There's reasons behind it. Because it wasn't you. It was after you. I was nearly gonna get in trouble for that. Do you know what I mean?
I at no point put any words in your mouth. I didn't say those things. That is you. You're holding those ideals that other people disagree with. And if you do end up losing your platform, it's because Twitch disagrees with them, not me.
You disagree with them as well. Stop talking
shit. I do disagree with them, but that's not why you would get banned. I have no fucking power in that. None.
Anyway, disagreeing with your perspective has no ban power. The ban power is in the hands of Twitch. It's Twitch.
No, it's called it was.
Okay, Izzy.
Appropriately for being fucking transphobic and homophobic, Slicker.
If, like I said, it was slanderous.
Everyone is fucking transphobic.
They will not ban. Let me be honest. They will not ban fucking Izzy. Why? Because she's a transsexual. But that's facts.
Transgender. If you're gonna
try to act,
that's facts. They will not ban her because it's they will see it as because.
But that's not true. Transgender people have been banned from Twitch.
There we go. Shut the fuck up, man.
That's true.
Fuck up. Last time you did not defend me that time, and you made me look like a little bitch, and then you made Izzy fucking look like a victim, mate.
You make yourself look like a little bitch every fucking time you open your mouth. You make yourself look bad.
You want to be defended so bad, dude? You want us to cry over it, dude? Yeah, you got it, dude. You're the real victim here. You're right. Saying that you don't understand someone being trans.
Listen, it's not victim. I was speaking what was on my mind. Okay, I was getting stuck by
thank you so much.
When people are trying to educate, that's fine. Ignorance, it's to some respect, not having knowledge is understandable. But when someone who is literally an expert on the subject and also has personal experience in the matter is trying to educate you on it,
you couldn't answer the benefit. There's no expert. They couldn't. The fucking Izzy was saying the benefit of us is having great sex. That's the only shitty benefit.
Dumbass questions. You're like, what's the benefit?
Yes,
what's the benefit of being gay? Like, that's fucking insane.
Well, that's me saying it, and you guys couldn't answer it. You had to come up with some bullshit, boys, and saying I was a fucking transphobic.
One at a time.
Shut your mouth.
One at a time. Go ahead, Ali, please.
I'm just Pokimane. She's thinking, what have I signed up for? What have I signed up for?
What have I signed up for? I'm just kidding. It's entertaining. Not gonna lie.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Hassan, I have a question for you.
He yells from across the room.
Yeah. Hassan, I have a question for you, okay? Are you ready?
Dun.
And Destiny. I want to answer from both of you, and I want an honest one, okay?
Oh no.
No, just it's very simple, okay? I love you both a lot. You know, we're gonna meet. And you know exactly what we're gonna do. We've already talked.
Yeah,
about
we're gonna jerk it together. We got
That's
it.
right.
What's the question?
Just listen here, okay? It's this simple. If you met a woman, okay, and you're about to take your clothes off, you're attracted to her, you're into her, and she stops you before. She's like, "Hey, listen, just to let you know, I was born a male, but I've fully transitioned. I identify as a female. I am a female," which we respect. She is a female. Would you still continue and have sexual intercourse with this female?
I said yes to this before.
Yeah,
honestly.
me and Hassan actually talked about this before. I said no. He said yes. I thought
Andy.
he was lying.
Andy, I love you,
And
but
originally, and this is after
Oh,
like a
I'm sorry.
lot.
This is a fucking podcast. I can't interject. Like,
well,
Okay,
I was
and
by the way,
asking
this is
Destiny-
after a lot of
Yeah,
discussion.
Yeah, hold on,
I'm
Andy.
this.
Do you really think this is your show? You're AndyMilonakis, huh? You really think it's your show? You're Schmammy
I'm sorry. Everybody has to be quiet during every train.
I was asking Destiny and Hassan only because.
Okay,
based off-
do
based
you want
off
me
of-
to, you want me to
based
describe
off-
to you the processes I went through? Because I didn't originally have this perspective. Originally, I was like, I'll admit it. Like, originally, I definitely was like, oh, well, I don't know. I probably wouldn't because that's an important factor. And then you start trying to figure out why you wouldn't do it. You, like, try to fucking make yourself feel comfortable by figuring out what justifications there are for feeling that way. But if I find someone sexually attractive, and I don't really find a lot of cis women sexually attractive anyway, so if I find a cis woman or a trans woman sexually attractive, and we've gotten to that point, and they don't have a penis at the time, and that is where I also, I guess, disagree with the rest of the trans community on this. I'm not saying that they are not a woman if they have a penis, but what I'm simply stating is that if they have a penis at that point, I will be out on that. That's the point where I'm like, okay, I can't do this. But if they don't, if they're post-op and I've already found them sexually attractive, I've had a great conversation with them, and I'm already sexually interested in them, I'm gonna do it. Why wouldn't I? And I think you would do it too, Train.
Good for you, Destiny.
But you literally admitted to hooking up with a trans woman on your stream before, and because she had a penis, you stopped. In that instance, you think if she was post-op, you wouldn't have done it?
The story goes a little different, and I'll explain the story in a little bit. But this isn't my point. Destiny, give me the answer. Yes or no?
I would, but I've already talked about this on stream before too.
Okay,
yeah.
good. So listen, here's the issue, okay? The issue is the way Izzy framed it was if you decide to stop in that situation that I just gave, then you're transphobic. And I find that ridiculous, and I think it's much more complicated, and I don't think it's that black and white. It's not. It's not. So in that sense, I agree with
reasons why it is completely acceptable for you to stop hooking up with someone. No one is forcing you to have sex with someone. There isn't like an Antifa trans police waiting.
I'm Slicker's point of view because it seems like everyone's milking the correct the position that gets them. That's the safest to correct. In that situation, the way she described that, I believe is wrong.
I believe it's wrong. When we have obviously thought about this and had deep conversations about this.
That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said. She said, if you choose to stop at that point, that you are transphobic. That's what she said.
I got called transphobic for exactly that discussion on his.
Yeah, me too.
Really, Andy?
I have an issue with that. Yeah. There's an issue with that, and I'm very accepting.
I think so too. I think it's.
I'm very
no, Izzy didn't say you're transphobic. She said that is a symptom of transphobia. She did not say.
Well,
also,
no,
she said okay. Hold on. I have to put this on record because it's really bullshit. It's really bullshit that we always have this conversation.
That's not bullshit.
Go ahead.
And we're having this conversation after she is left, so she can't even defend herself.
I'll let her chime in on voice if she wants to.
Just let me unmute. I've been here for
Hold on. Hassan! I will let her elaborate for the sake of context.
You are all completely misrepresenting it and not following the original. No. Hey, I'm talking. I'm still fucking talking.
Canute, let her speak, please. Canute.
Shut the fuck up.
Canute.
Fuck you, Rush. Exactly those words.
No, Canute, I said you're transphobic because you admitted openly that you don't see trans people as the gender they identify as. You took it so much further than that.
That was after in the beginning. It was, would you have sex with a transgender?
No, that wasn't even the first fucking statement, you moron. No, it fucking wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it fucking wasn't. That's what you turned the question into. The statement was, if you would not be with a trans person because they are trans. I'll go clip the fucking VOD right now. Raj even had me word it.
All right. Hold on. We can't argue on semantics. Somebody pull the clip, please.
Please.
Pull the VOD. Pull the fucking VOD. Let's go into fucking goddamn JFK status. Let's watch the fucking tapes,
Can I just point out one thing here? One inconsistency here. If Izzy or any sort of like blue-haired SJW was screaming in the same way that Canute was screaming, that would be considered
They're doing
SJW
that
outrage and
fucking-
triggered lip pad and yada yada.
No, guys, listen up. I'm gonna start muting
A
people.
man defending his own rights or his own a man defending against being slandered. Just
Oh,
Go ahead, Slicker. Please go ahead.
Okay,
Holy
Hassan.
shit.
So you said if you had sex with a transgender, you wouldn't care, right?
I said.
Okay. So
that if
no.
a trans woman
Answer.
fits my already very specific and very shallow.
No, that's not.
Shallow,
You did not say. Listen, in them specific
exactly
technical
what you said.
scientific words, you didn't say it like that. Okay, you said you
I
would.
did say that. I 100% said that. Why do you think Slicker? You can't reduce the argument into like something completely different.
Okay, so
Especially
let me
as
ask you a
someone who
question. Let me ask you a
constantly
question.
cries about being
Would you- listen-
taken out of context.
Listen, you said that you wouldn't mind. Okay, so would you fuck Izzy? Yes or no? Would you fuck
No,
Izzy?
okay. All right.
No, that's not even the fucking
You're
topic.
asking if I find.
Oh my fucking God.
One at a time. One at a time.
Now you're asking
Whether
whether it's
fuck Izzy.
whether
If you
it's
say
Izzy
no,
or
if you say no, bro, then you are
inappropriate of you to ask me if I would fuck Bad
then
Bunny.
you are going
You know what I
against
mean?
what you just said.
Slicker, hold on. Let him explain his. Let him explain his perspective.
Or Jenna or Pokey, like it's still inappropriate of you to ask me to be like, would you fuck Bad Bunny? Would you fuck Jenna? Would you fuck Pokey? Like these aren't questions that are appropriate to answer in this sort of setting.
And more importantly, they don't even prove anything. Like if you would ask me, "Are you
Yeah.
straight?" and then you go, "Well, would you fuck that person?" It's like, "Well, no." Oh, well, then you're not actually straight. Like, no, what the fuck? That doesn't.
No.
You're proving my exact point. You're proving my exact point. Her question meant nothing when she said, "Would you fuck a transgender individual?"
No,
after she told you
because
after you were
there's
That
But she
wasn't
was saying
One at a time.
You reject them. She
people,
was saying
and
you
I won't
reject
fuck
them on
this
the basis
specific
of being.
black
Oh my
person,
god,
okay?
this is such a fucking stop.
I
She's saying
watched
if
the
you reject somebody on the- She's saying
It
if you
was a
reject
word
somebody
for
on the
word what I
basis.
said.
No.
Okay, hold on. Do you honest to
Yesterday-
God think that her point is that
yesterday
you are obligated to fuck every transgender person?
One
that
second,
asks? I
one
just want to know.
sec.
Can you say yes or no to that?
No. I never
those
said that was a
fucking
point. I
words.
never said that was a point, Destiny. I said if you are attracted to the woman and you go into bed and she reveals that she was once a man and born a man and now she is a woman, which she is a woman.
That wasn't the
If you
original
stop- if
statement.
you stop-
That's where
if you
everyone
stop,
keeps
then you're
forcing the
transphobic.
dialogue.
That
That's where
was
everyone
what
keeps
she
forcing
said.
the dialogue, trying to look for one moment where it is okay. That is not the original question. The original question, Raj had me phrase it because he likes the way that I phrase it in the conversation that it fucking starts. The original statement is if you would not date a trans person because they are trans, you are transphobic. If you could make a blanket statement that you would not date any fucking trans person. And when Destiny pulled it straight, when people started getting on the genitals, and Destiny said, but people do have their own actual preferences, and worded it in a correct way that didn't focus on just genitalia validating your fucking gender. I immediately admitted to him last week, you're correct, but the dialogue tree everyone else is taking to get there is not based on that same fucking logic. And that's the problem. The problem is your argument comes from a place of societal fucking programming that is a mix of homophobia and transphobia. And that is the problem. And it's not something that can be instantly fucking fixed. And you're not villainized for having that. That's literally the way all of society sees it. And that's the fucking problem.
Do you think people are villainized? That's the
no
argument.
no one's fucking been deplatformed or banned for it, and fucking Canute and Slicker have gone on scale rants about it afterward, and Canute literally admitted that he doesn't talk about this issue because he doesn't see trans people as the gender that they are, and that is why I stated that he is holding some seriously fucking transphobic fucking views. He's not fucking banned for it.
Canute, go ahead, please.
Okay.
Go
you
ahead.
said to me, long before that was even a question, you said to me, you asked exactly what Train said here. Would you have stop because it was a former man transforming into a woman?
No, that's how you keep framing it.
No, you said that, and I said, no, I would never have sex with someone who's born a man. That's what I said, and you said, that's
and that's the problem is you still see them as fucking born a man and always a goddamn man. That's the transphobic part of the thought process.
We also asked, you said you don't consider trans women.
I don't, but that wasn't the question.
You don't. That's the whole point. You just admitted it again. You don't. That's the point where it becomes trans fucking phobia.
Canute. That's
we had stated I'm transphobic. That's not the question there.
I'm gonna beat my head against the fucking wall.
We have said that, but everyone said that, and I admitted it. Yes. I don't see them as the new gender.
No. I was saying it's but I agree with that. No, but I agree with that. Listen, I said it before. I'm not against you. I don't hate you. But like Canute said, exactly the same. I'm the same with him, you know what I mean? But that's not being transphobic. I don't see it as being transphobic.
Which
You know what I
part?
mean? I mean,
Of having sex with them or not considering them the gender that they consider
not having
themselves?
sex with them. And
Okay, because I like you guys are obviously arguing two completely different things.
no.
That's because the way they
No, but hold on. Let me step in as the host. Hold on. Hey, guys, let me. Slicker, who's talking? Slicker, who's talking? Who's talking? It's me. That's me. Okay, thank you.
In game.
Let me elaborate, Pokimane. I think what they're trying to say is Slicker is saying that he has no problem. And he respects everybody's gender and what they identify as, and
good shit, Slicker.
However, he says, he is saying that he would not have sex with somebody because they are transgendered, whereas Izzy is responding to say that is transphobic.
Is that correct, Izzy?
Okay, this is pushing the dialogue tree. Like, that is the fucking problem. Yes, like last week he went on a full rant about what's the benefit of being fucking gay.
But I did say that is true, right? Because Izzy, because if we push it the other way, then we're pushing the dialogue tree to Slicker's a hateful person, which is the problem, right?
Like, the things that he said last week don't fucking line up with he is okay with trans people being trans. The things he said last week don't line up with that at all. He asked stupid fucking questions like, what is even the benefit of being gay? And you have to be able to fucking...
How about we talk about now and not last week?
Jesus fuck. Because this is all getting pulled up for last week after I got kicked off.
You didn't even answer it. So who's looking stupid now?
I was the most stupid answer. You came up with the most stupid answer. I didn't fully just hear what Raj just said. So if you want to fucking repeat and have me give you a yes or no,
so
Raj,
basically, this is what it. Let me repeat what I said. Okay, so Slicker last week or whatever, Slicker feels like he has no problem with people who are transgendered or anything, and he respects everybody's gender. Right, exactly. Okay, as in, and I quote verbatim, I couldn't give a fuck. Right, that's what he said. Okay, 0161, you get me? I don't care if you're a gal them or a gal them. All right, anyway. And however, he says that he would not have coitus with somebody who was transgendered because they are transgendered. Now, this is where the disagreement comes in, because Slicker doesn't believe he's a hateful person. He believes he's just doing it based on preference, whereas Izzy believes that is rooted in some sort of transphobic logic. That is the difference.
There's a difference between that's rooted in some transphobic logic and like you're transphobic. You know, there's a bit of a difference.
Okay. Yeah. Could you elaborate on that a little bit more, Pokimane?
Because I feel like the way Canute and Slicker might be reacting is because they feel like they have been called transphobic. And I don't know the full context on both situations, but I really like the way Hassan phrased it initially. And it's just like, if you maybe don't want to have sex with someone, that doesn't immediately make you the full end of the spectrum.
It's like I said this. If I didn't want to have sex with a gay person, does that make me homophobic? You get me?
I get you, but yeah. So I was just trying to
quiet
see
everyone.
I understand from Izzy's point of view if she feels, oh well, that's maybe a bit ignorant and it's based off of something that is rooted in transphobia, etc., etc. I feel like that is a different stance than just like that makes you full on transphobic. So I was trying to get clarity on that.
That makes sense. So Izzy, is that an okay place to come? I'm just out of curiosity with that. I don't want to put words in your mouth. Is that an okay perspective to come with it and say you maybe perhaps have some transphobic rooted feelings as opposed to saying you are transphobic?
That's how, like, it keeps getting fucking word policed, and we've had that fucking debate every time, Raj. You've seen it a few times now.
Yes, I've been
every time
involved.
that this goes down the fucking dialogue tree, that's where everybody starts trying to just word police and talk about, well, I don't want to be considered a full-blown transphobe. And we say all the time, all the fucking time,
the conversation that really bothers me about this, the conversation that really bothers me is like, the same kinds of arguments that we're having right now, not specifically about sex, but the larger picture when we're having conversations surrounding trans rights or a trans person's right to existence even, or a trans person's right to be called whatever gender pronoun they choose, right? But it is never centered around
guys.
Extreme example, because sexual preferences are they're deeply personal, and transphobia could be a contributing factor to why you're making a sexual preference. But what's really frustrating to me is that a lot of times this conversation often often shows the other side's true perspective. In this instance, when Canute originally started out by saying, "I'll call anyone their, whatever their gender preference is," that's courtesy and that's great. I'm glad that Canute feels that way. But then he turns around and says, "I don't believe a trans woman is a real woman." That's their true perspective. That is actual transphobia. And if I were to push Slicker on this, and if I were to ask Slicker, I'm sure that he would say the same thing. Slicker, do you consider a trans woman to be a full woman?
No.
Okay, that's what I mean.
There it is.
But that actually is.
No, but listen. Let me say something. If they think they're a woman, then I'll respect it. And that's why I've been saying she. You know what I mean? I would respect
a woman.
I
as
am
well.
not being transphobic. It's scientific.
Guys, would you guys pause, please?
I didn't know
Yes,
you were still here.
Guys, I have the clip courtesy of Jord Woodwatches. Thank you, Jord, for providing this clip.
I just did
I do
another
appreciate that. Look, and
Woodwatches.
Jord Woodwatches would like to tell me for finding this clip that they'd like to give you all 20% off a brand new Woodwatch!
Oh, yeah?
Exclamation point! Wood!
You'd like to give me
Exclamation
the
point!
100% off my fucking Jord Woodwatch?
You know what, Hassan? It's all right, Hassan. I thought you didn't want one because you're not a capitalist.
I fucking do want one now.
All right. Okay, I'll get you a Woodwatch. I've got the codes. It's in my email. Thank you. Here we go. All right. Thank you, Jord, for providing this fantastic clip. Here we go. Roll it.
Gender person. Am I transphobic because of that?
That was the question we had. That's what we discussed.
That wasn't what we discussed, because that was, he said, if you don't want to have sex with a transgender person, that you actually are transphobic.
She said, but
It's God telling you that you're right.
That's not the start of the conversation, Raj. See, this is after the dialogue tree's already progressed. I also was publishing and hunting. There's the actual start where you had me frame the original question.
No.
Okay, so do you want to give another clip? I mean, it's
I just DM'd it to you.
Can we just hear the clip? Like,
hold on. I really do want to play the clips. Can we just listen to it real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I get some silence in here real quick, courtesy of Jordan? Thank you. Silence is courtesy of Woodwatch.
Just mute, Raj.
Yeah, I'll mute for just a sec. I'll deafen. Here we go.
Transgender person. Am I transphobic because of that?
That was the question we had. That's what we discussed.
That wasn't what we discussed, because that was, he said, if you don't want to have sex with a transgender person, that you actually are transphobic.
She said, but
It's God telling you that you're wrong.
Your process for getting there, like, what is it? Because yes, saying that you wouldn't have sex with a trans person is transphobic. So you don't.
Okay, so that's the words that we heard. All right, so we played the whole clip. And Izzy has provided me a different clip, so let's watch this one. Hold on 1 second. All right, 1 second. We're going to talk about transphobia here and what that means. And in fact, I don't even want to. I'm not rehearsed enough, but I actually wanted to bring it up because I respect Izzy's perspective. Izzy, maybe you could intro this topic a little better than me.
Do you want the exact question format we were talking the other day?
I really want to go with that. I really want to go with that. Yeah, I'm a terrible host. I'm sorry.
The basic premises is, if you would refuse to date trans people because they are trans, that is transphobic.
Okay. All right. And if you Okay. All right. Okay, there we go. So, Izzy, in this video you said if you refuse to date somebody because they're trans, you are transphobic.
Yeah, that's what I fucking said.
That's what I was saying here. If you refuse to date, everyone keeps making it about just the sex part. That's fucking it, and not the overall blanket statement. That's the whole fucking point.
10 times now.
That's a ridiculous thing to say. It's a ridiculous thing to say, in my opinion.
How is it fucking ridiculous, Train?
It's way too general. It's way too general. There's just so many.
Okay, so then do the same exact fucking statement that everybody else used for the goddamn analogy. If you say you date a fucking person of color because they're a person of color, does that come from fucking racism?
I'm so fucking sick of you being a fucking victim.
I personally
Liquor had the point. If you don't want to date a guy because he's a guy, that makes you homophobic.
All right, let's take guys. The round is over. The round is over. Okay, let's take a vote.
Holy shit!
Yo, get me out. I'm dead serious.
Why, Ali?
I'm just.
Oh, you're fucking around. Okay. All right. Ali's trying to farm.
I want to say one thing is that people have sex with hoovers. So how the fuck we complain about? I would fuck her. I would fuck
Jesus, Ali.
A vacuum. What? A vacuum, man. Boys, hey, listen. There are men out there that watch this stream that have fucked their hoover. And don't talk to me because people out there like, oh, I won't fuck a transgender because, oh no, because he had a penis, now he's got a vagina. Bro, you would fuck anything on pole, so don't stop talking.
Are you talking about when they try to fuck your nose?
No, some people get a hoover and put on the tip of their dick. Like, I didn't do that when I was younger, but I had a friend that did that, and yeah, okay, let's move on.
Was it Ryan?
Jesus
I fucking
James.
love you so gross. Like the factor that you get so fucking passionate about this, by the way, when
Bro,
you had
like,
no
I'm
idea
gonna
the
be honest.
topic
Let
was
me say
coming.
something, mate. Let me say something, please. If I
You're
was
my
single, I'd fuck men, women, anyone that wanted it. I'd be banging it as long as it was legal. I won't give a fuck.
Mashallah.
What?
Hell yeah.
You don't give a fuck.
You're bisexual?
Mate, when you're horny and drunk, you'll fuck anything.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't speak for everybody, Ali. That's a little bit of a...
Mate, I'll get everyone drunk.
Raj, don't even fucking act like this. You're like
Hassan,
you're
I
sitting in a
didn't s-
bathtub right now.
Excuse me, I'm not masturbating right now, okay? I want to make that very clear. All right, I want to make that very clear. I am not masturbating.
Wait, Rose,
Yeah.
Ali,
Yes, sweetheart.
would you fuck Austin if you were drunk enough?
Oh, for the love
Me
of
and Raj?
God.
Oh, dude, I love Austin. I think Austin is so good looking. Raj
Oh,
Patel.
stop it. Oh,
Honestly.
stop it. He is really good looking, but stop it. I mean, let's just... Seriously, he's literally incredible looking. I forgot to tell him this morning. I mean, look at that. I mean, the way his jacket and his shirt picked up, I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, Jubby, speak on that. Hello?
Hello, are you kidding me? I'd let you eat the sauce any day.
Okay. Jubby, I do actually have a question. Are you like interested in that topic at all? Like you are a born or outspoken. You are a openly gay man, right?
I'm pissing. Yo, Raj, I'm pissing. Be right. Sorry, guys.
Anyway, go on. And do you have anything like? I'm curious if the LGBTQ community is unified on this topic.
Oh no way.
Yes, but no. Like we're really divided. There's people that in the same sense of, Canute. They're gay, but they wouldn't fuck a trans man.
Yep. M60 and I actually had a really interesting conversation about this on my show fucking yesterday. And Jubby, I'd do the same with you to hear your fucking thoughts and like that dialogue tree on it just out of curiosity. Like, but yeah, Jubby's completely right. We're some of us are completely united in this, and some are completely divided. The LGBTQ community does not stand as a lot of trans topics.
There's a lot of mixed opinions on it. Like, I wouldn't mind, doing it with the trans man. Like, there's no problem with that. It is a man anyways, in my view. But no, a lot of people wouldn't do it at all. Not even lesbians would go with a trans.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Like a big...
I had an actual semantic question. This is a legitimate question. So Alibrel responded to one of my tweets, and they said that I would do you any day or something like that, and I was like, I wanted to refer to them as the sexiest something, and I didn't know what to say. So like, I was gonna say obviously not man or woman because they consider themselves to be agendered. So
Sexiest
do I say
human.
like you're the sexiest they that I know? Or...
Just sexiest fucking age gender person. If you want to go all the fucking way down.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Sexiest person, sexiest
Okay, all right. So I just want to know. All right, so let's take a vote. The vote is in. Canute has won the round.
Bathroom break.
Yes, of course. Please go ahead.
These conversations are
go ahead.
obviously interesting, and I guess if they're educated, if all parties are educated and genuinely trying to learn, then they're productive. But like, there are trans people that are being murdered, and there is a transpanic justification for it. Like, this is not the prime concern of, I mean, and maybe Izzy can correct me on this, but I don't think this is the prime concern of like the trans community at the moment. It's more about legal rights. It's more about having equal civil liberties.
This whole fucking talking point
I just understand how
the
like
fact that we have this conversation is though, and everyone inappropriately frames this as
this
though,
whole conversation
trans
exists for
people
that.
are going around at gunpoint forcing people to fuck them is really damaging.
But Hassan, I agree with you. I agree with you. There are trans people being murdered, but to paint it as it's like there's chaos and mayhem in the streets.
No, that is...
Dude, I was statistically... Raj, hold on that note. I was statistically more likely to die in the United States in 2017 for being trans than I was in 2009 in Iraq as an soldier. Statistically, I was more likely to be killed here for being who the fuck I am than in an active war zone as a fucking gunner in a gun truck convoy.
I mean, mate, all I'm going to say is, say if you died, you'd be honored. But say if an Iraqi died, no one give a fuck. That's all I'm saying. So just, you know what I mean?
Tons of us gave a fuck. We shouldn't have been there.
That's being a bit too selfish right there, you know what I mean?
No, Slicker, tons of us give a fuck because we shouldn't have been there. I'm 100% with you. The shit we did there was horrendous. The way we treated the locals was fucking horrendous, and the damage we did to their cities is unfucking forgivable. I agree entirely.
Okay, guys. All right, let's take a vote. Canute, you are in charge. Monkey ass.
Okay.
He has a choice.
What Izzy talks
Hassan, hold
about
on.
as far as
Hassan, hold your
as far
thought.
as
Hold
that
your thought.
goes,
I
you
want
would
you to come.
understand that our position is
Hassan,
sympathetic to
I'm
yours.
going to mute you. Just hold your thought, and I'll let you speak on it once Canute, the clearly most progressive person on the podcast, makes his decision. Thank you, Canute, for your progressive thoughts and feelings. All right. He is choosing between some of the chat's most favorite people, Jenna and Bad Bunny.
Oh, fuck, that's a hard one. I really want to argue with Bad Bunny, so I can't throw her off. Sorry, Jenna.
It's okay. I
You
go
were
out the second
expecting-
round every single time, Canute.
Thank
Yeah, I
you,
know.
Jenna. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Much love to you. Thank you. And
Jenna,
would you like to give a shout
nice
out?
to meet you again, Jenna. Hopefully we can hang out one of these days.
Hold on, wait, Hassan. Wait a second. Wait, say what?
I said nice to meet you, Jenna. Hopefully we can hang out one of these days.
Maybe. Actually, I have one more thing to say. I don't understand why there's so much outrage out of the fact that Canute and Slicker is so uncomfortable with not sleeping with a transgendered woman. It's their choice.
Oh my
and
God,
I don't understand why it has to be
You should have said it,
transgender
Jenna. You should have said it before.
God damn it,
man.
Jenna had to drop something not progressive before she left.
Jenna, I mean, I call for a revote now. Fuck
I'm
Jenna.
sorry. I had to say
now.
it. I can't say it over you guys yelling, but I don't think because you're not comfortable, it makes you transphobic or you hate anyone. I think it all comes down to preference, and that's that.
Oi, Jenna, where are you going now then?
I'm gonna go probably jump in my bed or I don't know.
Jenna, do you want to change my opinion just for saying that?
Go for it.
Wait,
I
what?
just couldn't say anything this entire time because you guys were
Bad
yelling so
Bunny.
much, and I've
She
been...
was supporting me so hard, I have to throw you off, Bad Bunny. That comment from Jenna made me change my
Oh my
mind.
God, what?
Jenna,
What?
Whoa, is this the first ever on the Rajj podcast, dude?
He just switched his
she
opinion.
made me change my mind just by one sentence.
All right,
But
well,
it's
that
not
was
like-
interesting. What an interesting turn of
I
events.
don't understand how we're criminalizing
Okay, Bad
Canute
Bunny,
and
thank you
Slicker
so
for their
much for being here.
preferences.
I appreciate it. Canute switched his vote. Thank you so much. Would you like to give yourself a shout out?
Sure. Bad Bunny, twitch.tv/Bad Bunny. And I will have to say, I think it's really interesting, Canute, that you were going to keep me on so we can have an argument, but instead you backed down and kept somebody that agreed with you.
Oh, facts and
Called out.
Uh-oh.
I love drama.
Nice
It's
to
all
meet
right.
you.
Canute doesn't always think. Sometimes the steroids impairs his thought process, but that's all right. That's all right. Canute's not the smartest cookie in the cookie jar. It's okay. No,
I love
Canute's very
Canute. Follow
intelligent.
Canute, guys. He's great. I love Canute. He's
Yeah.
great.
Thank you, Bad Bunny. I
Bye.
appreciate it. Much
Bye,
love to you.
guys.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
See you later.
Nice to
Another
meet
one
you
bites
guys.
the dust. Hi,
Bye.
Jenna.
You too.
Thanks, Canute.
Nice to
Later.
meet you.
All right. Jenna has survived one round only to be voted off the next one.
No, this makes me the furthest I've ever made in this podcast.
Wow! Give it up for Jenna! Woo! Jenna, yeah, she's breaking down barriers. She's about to destroy that high glass ceiling on the Rajj Royale podcast. I'm just kidding. We actually had multiple women have won this podcast in the past. All right, so Canute, or Hassan, you were saying something before I rudely interrupted you. Go ahead.
Oh, the point I was making about U.S. imperialism and illegal wars, especially in Iraq and Afghanistan, which are, I think Iraq is where Izzy served. Her perspective is completely sympathetic to yours after having no options, after being homeless for a decade, after being kicked out of her home. She had no other choice but to serve in the U.S. military, and it was rather exploitative. And she admits all of that, and you know, she advocates for the well-being of Iraqi citizens every day. So it's kind of fucked up that you would just assume that she is completely in the
my
wrong
opinion,
here.
I wouldn't believe that, mate. I wouldn't believe it. That person.
I understand that,
Don't know. Listen.
What?
You the fuck just left then?
I did. Izzy.
Izzy's still here. Listen, I won't believe that shit. All these soldiers nowadays are saying, "Oh yeah, it's the Iraqis are the innocent people." I wish I wasn't there.
No, plenty. Way
You
more,
were
okay,
behind the
you're
weapon,
wrong.
Hassan.
Many
You
more,
wasn't
many
behind
more.
the gun, mate. You cannot talk shit. Stop defending these sort of people.
Wait, no one is
behind
criticizing
war.
the soldiers.
Many
They're
more
criticizing
troops
US foreign
still
policy,
justify
dude.
the illegal fucking war, okay? They still justify it. The American position is still that, oh, it was bad, whatever, who gives a fuck, it's collateral damage. So when you have someone who's actually served, who actually takes the time and says, like, look, this is fucking terrible. What we did was awful. Who has to live with that guilt? Like, don't turn around on them and shit on them. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
Do you not believe that people have the capacity to change, Slicker? Has your perspective not changed on things that you've done in the past?
Slicker, I'll ask you this because you say you don't believe it. Do you know why the fuck I joined the military?
No.
I was kicked out at 13 years old by fucking homophobic and transphobic parents when I didn't even know what I fucking was. I fucking starved on the street and ate fucking meals out of a dumpster. The military offered me $20,000, 3 hots, and a fucking cot. That's why I fucking enlisted, and then I got sent the fuck overseas, and then I got out, and now I'm fucked and have no fucking VA benefits for it. I'm one of the millions of fucking veterans who sits here with absolutely nothing from our fucking government because the atrocious way they take poor people, make them desperately serve in a fucking system like that, and then throw them in the goddamn garbage. I understand and fucking sympathize with the fucking the way that we treated the Iraqi fucking people, the Afghanistan fucking people, the factor that we were there for fucking oil, not for an actual goddamn reason, and I advocate for people not to join the fucking military because it's fucking terrible the way that we treat our fucking veterans once they are out. Plain and fucking simple. If you don't believe that I can hold that fucking problem, I don't know what the fuck to say to you. And to everyone screaming kick Izzy, I'm here because Raj wanted me to come back because
the reason why Izzy's still here, Chad, is because she's providing context to what we're talking about, okay?
Yep.
All right, that's the only reason. Once we move on to a different topic, Izzy will be escorted off by security, okay? All right, Jesus, holy shit. Yes, thank you. I would like to thank my security team, sponsored by Jordan Wood Watches. Thank you. Anyway, go ahead.
Thank you for your service, by the way. I appreciate that, and I do agree with you on that on that front. That we don't take care of our military when they come back home. I completely agree with you, and that is a huge
There's
issue.
tons we could agree and fucking talk about, Train. And I honestly, I'm a little sad that you brought this up after I was fucking kicked because, yeah, I feel like you didn't understand the original context of it and the way that this fucking dialogue tree went. I'll give you the original idea sometime. Fucking let's have a conversation about it. I'm not doing this for fucking.
No,
We'll
I said
we'll have that combo.
Yes. Contrary to popular belief of this whole incel, mincel trash bullshit. Listen, I support communities specifically. Listen, I support every LGBTQ, every goddamn community I support and I love, and I've been through it and I'm with it and I fight for you and I see you as a beautiful woman. I do. But it doesn't excuse certain things that are brought up that I don't agree with, right? And you clarify that for me, and thank you. But what you said in that clip, I couldn't agree with. You cleared it for me. I appreciate it. I understand a little bit better, but I just cannot agree with that with that rhetoric at all. But thank you.
Well, like I said, we can have a private combo about it, and we can go the full combo just us and where it fucking lands and falls. Like, I'd happily fucking do that with anyone. I talked to Canute after the fucking last stream. I would go have a fucking private combo with Slicker off stream so he doesn't have to worry about what the fuck is said. I would do the same with fucking anyone here and anyone else that has this fucking problem. Like, literally, the whole conversation is about making the blanket statement that you would never date a trans person because they are trans. And that is rooted in our societal fucking trans and sometimes homophobic views that keep us all fucking engaged in lock.
They mean because they're more uncomfortable with dating someone who's trans.
That's because that's okay.
Just not comfortable with it, Izzy.
And what you're not understanding is that comes from the fear of what's going to happen with the fucking genitalia when you have sex, which would only be between two partners in an actual fucking consenting relationship. And people can pull consent for no reason, much less for the reason of, oh my God, I did not expect this and I'm not ready for it. If it actually got to that point, this is a whole different conversation. The problem is it doesn't get to that point. People automatically refuse to even consider fucking trans partners when they could meet your unbelievable, unrealistic high standards. Hassan has even found trans fucking people that do meet his high standards that he shows and fucking talks about regularly. The problem is it can never get to that, and trans people are excluded.
We're gonna move on a little bit, unless anybody has any last words to say.
No, we don't.
No.
All right. We're gonna move on to a new topic, and that is what rhymes with Mitch. Oh, wrong topic. Sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Mitch. He's not here. He's sleeping. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Are there benefits to being single on Twitch? Benefits to being in a relationship? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So go ahead, Ali. If you, I'm just going through the topics.
Hey,
if you
listen, all you upcoming streamers out there, don't get with a girl or a boy. I love my girlfriend, but don't because especially if you're a girl streamer. Trust me. I'm not like. Trust me. If you're single and you're a girl streamer, guys are gonna be more indulged to watch you because they've got a chance. They want to believe that they're gonna be with you. Trust me.
Do you really think that's so? I'm curious. Does anybody disagree with this notion that if a girl is single on stream, it actually improves her brand, whereas opposed to if she was
I have an example of this. A legitimate example of this.
Okay.
In its work. So I don't know if I'm supposed to drop her name because she might not be comfortable with it. But she got a boyfriend, and she took a photo with said boyfriend on Twitter, posted it, and she lost all of her subscribers. She had about 50 left, down from about 300. So anyone who says
I don't believe it.
what about that you can lose your audience?
Go ahead, Andy. Repeat that, please.
She's fine now, and she still has a boyfriend, but she had to rebuild her audience away from people who are cucked, thinking they have a chance with her, to people who actually watch her for her.
ST Peach is engaged. She does really well. I think it's case scenario. And
wait, Andy, you're cutting out. You're cutting out. Say again, Andy.
Get him, Andy.
It has to do with the audience you have, and it's a case-by-case scenario because ST Peach is engaged. I don't know if Amaranth is married or she has like someone hidden under her bed, but it depends on how you treat your viewer base.
But Andy, hilarious. Okay, Andy. The question is, why was there a case of her hiding her marriage?
Oh,
why do you
we
think
probably
she did
don't
that?
want to go into that. I don't think because
without her being here, without her being
here. But let's just say
throwing out the question.
Yeah, but Canute is throwing out the question. The hypothetical situation: if there was an individual who perhaps had something that was hidden or hiding, not a marriage, but a relationship.
Why would anyone hide that?
Not a marriage, but in general,
It's not up to us to figure out why. I mean, look, we could speculate on this
I know
all
a few
night,
people
but that
who
doesn't
hide
change
their
the reality,
relationship
right? That has
and
nothing to
just,
do
like,
with
giving
why
them
they chose to do it.
I actually love how Hassan, your views, like for some things it is up to you what all of us think, but for other things it's not up to us what we think. Like it's the most like when is it up to everyone and when is it up to you? Like
wait, do you think I don't advocate
it's almost
for
like it
personal
depends on the
privacy or
issue.
personal choices when I literally said that there could be a million different reasons why you wouldn't want to have sex with someone, and I completely understand that? What the fuck are you saying? Just because you don't understand my argument doesn't mean I'm
guys, Pokimane, go ahead, please.
Oh my fuck.
Okay. I do think depends on your audience. It also depends on the situation. There are girls who maybe their audiences think that they're single and then they show that they're not. Maybe they lose some viewers. There's also the opposite happen. You can end up dating someone and have it be good for your Twitch career or whatever it is, right? So things can go either way. Therefore, case by case basis.
Just like Pink
Personally speaking,
Sparkles and Asmongold, they're really good. Like suited.
Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, their Twitch career.
Right, it is what it is.
Sparkles,
it all depends.
Relationship.
No, but Poki's
Trainwreck
exactly right.
TV, Raj Patel. We've been dating for 3 years.
Exactly. Me and Raj have been fucking for a long time. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you right now, Raj knows how Raj knows how to swing a dick. I'll tell you that.
Tell you what, hey, I'm telling you, train. That's such an interesting way to describe my sex life. But
I think it should be up to the person whether or not they want to be public with their relationship. But I do kind of think that it's wrong to lie about it.
okay, very
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Straight up lie. Not that I'm saying anybody has.
Wait, I'm curious.
Because
Destiny, go ahead,
I know
Destiny.
a lot of people who try to act, and there have even been other streamers who assume that I'm hiding a relationship with someone, and I've had to like confront them about that. I wouldn't lie about being single. I mean, at the end of the day, we all want to find love, right? But also, if you want to be super public about your relationship, especially in an industry where people just want to know more and more about your personal life, I think that should be up to you.
Can I have? I want to ask a question.
Pokey.
I wanted to ask this question to Pokey from the time she mentioned it. So you said, I know this is bringing back the old subject, but I wanted to mention this. Okay. So you said that if you'd like to wear like no bra, right, on stream,
Yeah.
like, no bra and obviously something on top. Okay. So let me ask you this question: why every time you go to the bathroom, you always
Okay.
Avoid showing what? It's just a question. You know what I mean? Why? Why do you do that though? If you want really wear no bra, you know what I mean? Why do you do that? Like,
Slicker, why do you need it? Why do you need a car seat?